Hey, Osiris here with another Clash of Clans video guide, and today I wanted to go over the best farming strategies for Town Hall 5. And what I really like to use at Town Hall 5 is actually nothing but barbarians. This works really well. So far I went ahead and built the extra army camp and upgraded those to the max level, and I've also researched the 3-star barbarian. And before you get the 3 stars, before you get your army camp out, this works completely well. All the same. And what you want to do is make sure that your barracks are queued up with barbarians at all times. And then we're going to go ahead and attack. So I'm going to show you how this works. And what we're looking for is, if you need both elixir and gold, I like to find people with at least 50,000 of each at Town Hall 5. And if you're just going for one resource type or the other, I want 100k. And since we're using nothing but barbarians, this is going to be a pretty tough base to get into, so we're actually going to keep skipping here. Okay, and we'll just skip until we find one that's, about 100k combined or 70k plus gold, because gold is what I need. You can see I'm elixir capped. Okay, so this guy obviously has the resources, but this base is obviously way too high of a level for me. That was a level 8 or 9 base. Okay, here's a good one. So what we can see here is that we can see that it has at least, our target, and by looking at the elixirs, we see these are pretty empty. So what that indicates to me is that most of the gold and elixir is in the collectors. The wizard tower is going to be tough to get, but we can hit these 2 gold storages, and here's how we're going to do it. First, going to drop a bunch of barbarians at this corner. They're going to start to clear towards that, and I'm not going to drop any other barbarians just yet. I'm just going to take out this clan castle. Once I take out the clan castle, I'm going to switch and drop some barbarians down here. And that's to point this mortar away from the barbarians getting this gold. Okay, so I can see that they've got the gold and they've started to get that elixir too. So I'm going to slowly drip in barbarians here. And that's just to keep the mortar off of my barbarians. Okay, now I'm going to flood the rest of my barbarians in slowly. Okay, so you can see I've gotten most of the resources so far. I really want the gold, so I want to try to take out this storage. And I could drop the rest of my units and take out the town hall, but I really don't need to at this point. I actually might take it out anyway, but I'm not too concerned with trophies at this point. Yeah, so I actually took it out anyway, and I got an achievement. Okay, so we'll let these barbarians, get finished taken out. I don't want to drop the rest just because this will save me training time. And I don't have to, get this little bit of elixir just because I got most of the resources for 1, and 2, obviously I don't need elixir. So I'm just going to surrender here. It's quick 80k gold. And since I only used part of my barbarians, and my barbarians are training the entire time, you can see I'm already up to 50 supply. So I'm just going to go ahead and recap this out. And in order to make the 80 barbarians or so I'm missing, it's going to take about 10 minutes. Maybe like 8 or 9. So I'm just going to go ahead and stop the video and I'm going to wait 8 minutes. Okay, so a little bit of time has elapsed and you can see I'm almost back up to the cap in barbarians. So before we attack again, we're going to want to refresh our training queue just to get that all the way up to the max. And the reason I like barbarians so much is that their training time is so short. That's why I prefer them over any other unit at this stage of the game. And you can really raid very quickly when you use this strategy. So same thing. I'm just going to wait till we find a good base. That one wasn't bad, but it was a little too tough. This one I don't really like because most of the gold, or about half of the gold, is in the storage units and half is in the mines. One thing you can do here, though, is if you're not worried about trophies, which I'm not, we can just snag the vulnerable mines, especially these kind. They tend to hold a lot of gold. They have, the nice graphic. And the only reason I thought there might be a little bit of gold in there is because these elixir collectors were full. Okay, so we're actually just going to go ahead and click surrender now. And I was able to get 20k gold for almost no effort. And that whole time I was raiding, I was training troops. So I'm actually almost ready to go again. I won't even have to wait more than 2 minutes. And I was able to pick up an extra 20k gold, so that actually wasn't too bad. And when you're in a situation like this, you can actually raid just fine with close to max. I don't want to, have to go away again or stop the video. So I'll just go ahead and look, and if I don't find anything I like, and this actually looks like one I really like. I could always just cancel and get back to my base and restart looking for matches, and that would protect my. I'm trying to think what to say. That would, when I re-queued, I would once again have good, total counts. Okay, so what I've done here is I'm taking out most of the. That was kind of annoying. I didn't want those guys to go for that troop, but really I want them to take out that archer tower. There we go. Okay, and as well I'm going to go up here with the rest of my units. Okay, so what I've done here is I've just cleared out all the defense, and this wizard tower is actually not going to be in range of this stuff here, which is really what I want. So if you want barbarians to go a certain direction, you've got to clear out all the junk around. Then they'll go for a wall. So as you can see, I got that 100k gold, and I actually got some stars here. So I can just go ahead and end whenever I'm ready. There's really not any resources left here. The only reason I'd want to keep clearing is to work on my star count, but I really don't care. So it's another 100k gold right there. And like I mentioned before, if I'm looking for just gold, which you'll need to max out your walls and your buildings, you'll need a lot more gold than you do need elixir. And when I need gold, I look for at least 70k. And that's really it. You'll just keep skipping until you find a vulnerable base. And I'll just go ahead and show you one more real quick, just so you can see what's a good one. This one's not a good one. High-level mortars, not enough resources. This one, it's just kind of a mixed bag. It's really difficult to break in on this wizard tower. If, I had some wall breakers, yeah, I could probably get in there, but they just take so long to train, it's not really worth it. So I would actually skip that one. I'm just going to keep skipping. Nothing has enough resources yet. And sometimes you want to skip a decent amount. So we're still not finding anyone that's quite, as lucrative as I would like to have. Okay, so it's this guy. So this is an interesting one. I could actually probably attack these two and get like 50k apiece, but the Barb King's kind of guarding them. So I do like the fact that he's got so much to steal, and it's mostly in the collectors. You can see they're full. The collectors are just a little too well protected in this space, but that is something I keep an eye out for. And as I mentioned before, if your search goes on a while and you're still training units, you can cancel and then go back in. And now you can see I've picked up 10 extra barbarians. So far again, nothing good. Okay, so this is a really good base. It's like I wish I had a little bit more barbarians, because this is a perfect base. And what you can see here is there's a ton of resources. Pretty much all of them are in this gold mine here. So I don't really think there's going to be an easy way for me to attack this. I actually might be able to get in down here. Yep, I will be. Okay, so you can see this would have been nice with a full barbarian count. I would have been able to get a lot more gold, but it still looks like I'll be able to get a decent amount out of this base, even with this, limited barbarian count. So you can do a lot with a little bit of barbarians if you do look. Okay, so not bad. That was 85k, and I only used 24 barbarians. And as you can see now, my resources are almost capped. I'm ready to go AFK until this cannon's done. So, hope this video was helpful for you. All you have to do is really skip around. I guess the only thing I didn't discuss yet is the trophy count. And I'm in the 900 range, which you don't have to be that high. The reason I'm able to stay up there is because I'm only at Town Hall 5, and I've got, upgraded Wizard Tower, mortars, and maxed out walls. Most players in this trophy range are, they're a little bit higher in level, so they're not going to want to attack me. Really, the only person that can easily attack me is a Town Hall 6 player and actually get anything out of it. And with my resources so low, they're only going to be able to get like 100k and 100k, and that's if they clear me, which will require wall breakers to take out this space. It's just not really worth it. I mean, I guess since I'm upgrading this, they could use a healer along with a bunch of giants, and that would work too. But you just don't see yourself getting attacked that much, and even if you do, you only lose 100k being capped out like this. So this video is helpful for you. Really trophy range, just to finalize that, is you can be anywhere under 1,000. Once you get up over 1,000, you're going to run out of good bases to attack, I found. So 1,000 or less is good. You could be as low as 400. I farmed in the 400s before. It's fine. I like up in the 900s, so I seem to be getting bases a lot. So if this video is helpful for you, and go ahead and subscribe for more Clash of Clans videos.